Hello, I'm Julian Northbrook from doingenglish.com. I think it was about 2-3 days ago, but I was scrolling through Facebook and I came across this awful, cringe-inducing, motivational quote. It was something along the lines of, never quit, never give up, and I just thought, what crappy advice. Because it's a sign of maturity, a sign of being an adult, that you know when to give up, when to quit. There's no point in just ploughing on with something that's not working, that you're not enjoying, that doesn't seem to have any meaning anymore. It's much better that you quit whilst you're ahead. For example, a couple of years ago, I went to Canada for a month. I spent a lot of money to fly over there, a lot of money on accommodation, not to mention the cost of the course itself, to take an intensive course to learn a certain kind of research methodology, basically neurolinguistics, where you stick all the patches on people's heads and measure their brain waves, and you don't need to know the details. But I think it was on the second day of the course, the instructor, the guy who was doing it, basically said to me, like, your research topic, your research idea probably won't work with this kind of methodology, simply because the technology is not advanced enough yet to be able to do this well. Well, that was pretty disappointing to hear. I mean, I just spent a ton of money, my own personal money, by the way, to fly all the way to Canada, to stay there for a month, to take this course, to learn this methodology, to do this research project. And now I'm being told that basically it ain't gonna work for what I want to do. Well, that left me with a choice: change my research topic or change the methodology. Now, what most people would have done in this situation is thought, well, I've just spent all this money to fly over here, spent all this time to come to Canada to do this course, so I'm going to change my research topic and I'm going to force something else into this technology, even though it's not really what I wanted to do. Well, that is what we call sunk cost fallacy. The idea that because you've put a lot of money and time into something already, you're going to keep on doing it, even if it's obviously not right, even if it's obviously not going to work, even if it's not what you want to do. But fear of wasting what you've already spent in terms of money and time drives you to keep on going with that. But what you don't realize is by doing that, you're actually just wasting more and more and more and more time and cash to keep on doing this thing that you don't want to do. So what did I do? I quit. That was it. Simple as that. I had a great couple of weeks sightseeing, really enjoyed myself, and then I went home. And for me, although it cost me a lot of money to get over there and to do this, you know, it was a tiny price to pay to learn quickly and easily that what I was about to do, this research project I was about to embark on, would not have turned out as I wanted it to turn out. Better to learn those lessons quickly than to drag something on over a long period of time when it's obviously not working. Look, if you are doing something at the moment to improve your English and it's not working, you need to change what you are doing. If you are now at a point with your English where, you know what, you really aren't motivated to keep on going with it, like you're just finding yourself every day procrastinating and you can't really be bothered to put in the time and the effort, honestly, you should just quit. Quit whilst you're ahead. I am not in the business of motivating the unmotivated. I used to do this back when I first started doing English. People would join my courses and they'd be unmotivated, and I tried to pump them up. I tried to keep them going, tried to motivate them to the end. But you know what? I now realise that that was not the right thing to do. So no more, no more. If you're doing one of my courses, for example, and you don't do the work, well, you won't get any help or respect from me whatsoever, and you will get no pumping up. Like, I am not in the business of motivating the unmotivated. I am in the business of taking the already motivated and making them extraordinary in English as a second language. That's what I do well. What I don't do well is taking people who can't be bothered, not motivated, don't really want to do this. Why am I still doing this? Yeah, well, quit. quit, quit. That's gonna be my advice to you. And I have, in the past, told people to quit. They've paid me a lot of money to join a coaching course, to join one of my group coaching courses, and I have told them to quit, and they have quit. One person in particular, and this is going back quite a few months ago, was quite upset about this at the time, as you could imagine. But then she came back much, much later and said, thank you. Actually, because when I cut that part out of my life, I realized that it really wasn't what I wanted to do, and I changed and I moved into something else, and now I'm doing something which is much, much more fulfilling. That was quite a while ago now, but I mean, it's a really, really good example. Anyway, if and only if you are motivated and you really want to take your English as it is now and force it up to the highest possible levels, to the level of extraordinary English speaker, head over to doingenglish.com and sign up for my free daily emails. Every day at about 8 a.m. Island time, you will get an email from yours truly, packed with ideas, tips, and all kinds of good stuff for mastering the English language fast. And alongside that, you may, if you so desire, get the opportunity to join my Master English Fast Accelerator Implementation Group Coaching course, which is kind of the main thing that I do these days. Be warned, if you join that, 1, it's really, really expensive. 2, it's really fucking hard work. And 3, I will expect you to do that work, and I will be very, very publicly and verbally pissed off if you don't do it. I don't deal well with people who waste my time. Right, doingenglish.com. I'm now rambling, I'm now digressing. I'm off to have my lunch. This is me, Julian Northbrook. Bye-bye. Oh, can't stop the camera. Go, go!